Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we'll be making this beautiful two-way butterfly bubu. You can wear it freely, and also it's going to have an inner belt that you use to tie it at the back. So it's going to be fitted at the front and free at the back. To our subscribers, I want to say thank you, God bless you. And if you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe to our channel. Come along, let's jump right to it. I'll be using 3 yards of silk fabric to make this dress, and I'm going to use a pattern paper to show you how to go about it. Okay, so you fold your fabric into 4 places and you are going to mark it out. You're marking it on both sides so that you'll be able to sew it. But since I'm using pattern paper, because the fabric is very long and I won't be able to do everything on my table because my table is small. So I'll be using my pattern paper to show you what I'm supposed to do on the fabric. So after you fold it into 2, you find the longest part of the fabric and you fold it. Then you fold it again into 2 places. That's, you are going to have 4. After folding it up, we are going to mark our neckline and we are going to mark where you want the sleeve to start from and also how you want the butterfly to be. Okay, so first of all, let's work on the neckline. You take your tape on that central front, that side that is folded. You are going to mark the neckline that you want. So I use 3.5 for the wideness, I use 3.5 for the depth. Then I connected it with my curved ruler. So this is what you do on your fabric. So after you are done with this part, we are going to mark the part that you want the sleeve to start from. So this butterfly dress, instead of making it fitted on the waist area so that it will be fitted throughout, instead of making it fitted on the waist, hip and hair, we'll be adding rope to the front of the bubu. So adding rope to the front of the bubu is going to make it fitted on the front, so you tie it at the back. So you are going to find where you want that sleeve to be. So I used 16 inches on my bubu. I marked 16 inches. So the 16 inches was my bust divided by 4 plus 5 inches. Okay, and that's what I used for the wideness that I needed, because I want it to be big so that when I tie it on the waist, it's going to be fitted on the waist. And to get the sleeve length where you want the sleeve to be, you can use your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. So you can use that for your sleeve. But I used 10 inches for mine. I came down by 10 inches. So it all depends on you. You can use that. You can use the bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Then I marked the 16 inches that I talked about earlier, bust divided by 4 plus 5 inches. So that's what I wrote on the pattern paper. So basically is the wideness is bust divided by 4 plus 5 inches. Then for the sleeve length, where you want the sleeve to be, bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So it depends on the one you want to use. Okay, so like I said earlier, I use 10 for mine, so you can use 10 or 11. So from that point that you mark the sleeve, where you want the sleeve to start from, you draw it down all the way down to the hem line. Okay, so for the hem line, remember we use 16 inches for the wideness of the bubu when you fold it. So flip it over to the other side, your fabric, and you mark 16 inches on the other side. Mark the length of the sleeve also, and you are going to take your ruler and connect it. Okay, so if you are on a plus size, I advise you use 4 yards or 4.5 yards to make this bubu dress, or 5 yards. So to get the waist area where you want the belt to be, you mark 17 inches on both sides of your pattern. of your fabric. Sorry, because I'm using pattern, I said pattern. So you mark 16 or 17 inches, your half length. So you mark it. After marking it, you find the measurement. That's, you measure your waist and divide it by 4. Whatever you have, that is what you are going to mark on it. So you'll be having that 17 inches. Can you see what I did? So the place that I marked was, this place is waist divided by 4, and I did the same thing on both sides. So this is what you are going to do for your fabric. Basically, this is everything you need to do for your fabric. So we'll be stitching the neckline, we'll be stitching the parts, we'll be stitching everything in front of the fabric except the shoulder and the neckline. Okay, so I'm going to do it on the fabric now and show you what to do next. This is it. I'm done with it. So I've cut it out and this is what I have. So that's the waist area that I pinned together, and I went to the other side and marked it and also pin it up. Okay, so you are going to open it up this way. Open up the fabric, remove the pins, open it up and stitch the shoulder to shoulder, and use your bias to turn out the neckline. You can use bias, you can also use your a lining piece just interfacing to just turn out the neckline. So I went ahead and I marked everything that I needed to mark. I removed the pins, open it up, and you'll be stitching. So I'm going to do a tutorial on how to achieve French seam. Okay, so I'll do a tutorial on how to achieve French seam because that was what I used for the shoulder. So I'm going to turn the shoulder, stitch the sides together. The sides, I'll be stitching the hem. So just hem everything round, both the bottom part. So you hem the two sides and you hem the bottom part. Can you see what I'm doing? That's what you will do. So you hem the bottom part as well. So when you finish stitching, the only place that is joined together is the shoulder to shoulder. So when I'm done stitching everything, I'm going to show you what to do next. This is it after stitching. I've joined the shoulder to shoulder and I've also turned the neckline with my bias, and I went ahead and I stitched the sides by hemming the sides together. So I hem the sides, I hem the bottom part. Can you see it? So basically this is just the first step that you need to do. Make sure you hem the bottom before you stitch it up. Okay, so this is the strings that will be attaching to the front piece, and I've gone ahead and marked everything. So I'm going to turn the fabric to the front because the front is where I marked, right? So I'm turning it to the front and I'm going to use my pin to pin it up from the front so that I'll be able to stitch the belt together. Take your pin and the belt and you are going to pin it up, okay, on the part that you mark. So that was basically what I did. I pinned it up and I went to my sewing machine and I stitched it up. So do the same thing for yours. You pin it and you stitch. Make sure you pin it on that half length, that 17 inches that you marked, okay? So you pin it up and you stitch it. You can use needle and thread to just tack it so that it will not fall off, or you pin it very well and stitch. I've stitched it up, and after stitching it, you are going to place your dress now and make sure every part aligns. So I'm going to pin it up so that I'll be able to have everything aligned together, and we are going to stitch the side. So we'll start stitching from that point that our sleeve starts, okay? So you stitch it all the way down to the hemline. So pin it up and stitch. So I'll do both sides and we're done with the dress basically. So I'll show you how it looks after stitching. So this is how it looks after stitching. I've stitched the side, I've attached the inner bit, and this is how it looks. So cut out all the excess threads, and this is it. Can you see it? This is so pretty. It's very easy. It's just normal method of sewing butterfly. It's just that the only difference is we added to our body measurements. So this is how it looks on my mannequin after tying it with the inner belt. Okay, so this is how it looks, and it's so pretty. I actually love this dress. I saw it and I was like, wow, let me give it a try. I'm going to design the dress with stones, so I will show you later on how it looks after designing it with stones. Thank you so much guys for watching today's tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Bye guys.